Well, the news is here. The Jimmy Kimmel Show has been suspended indefinitely because how dare he express his opinion? And what did he say? Roll the clip.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction.
So that's the clip that got him removed. Let's read this. Next Star Media, which owns around 24 ABC affiliates, says it will preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely tonight due to his commentary on Charlie Kirk. Mr. Kimmel's comments about the death of Mr. Kirk are offensive and insensitive at a critical time in our nation's political discourse, and we do not believe they reflect the spectrum of opinions, views, or values of local communities in which we are located. Continue to give Mr. Kimmel a broadcast platform in the communities we serve is simply not in the public interest at this time. We made the difficult decision to preempt his show in an effort to let cooler heads prevail as we move toward the resumption of respectful, constructive dialogue. He actually didn't say anything about Charlie Kirk. He actually attacked the MAGA faithful and made fun of Donald Trump, and someone, don't know who that would be, got him removed from the air indefinitely. So you guys tell me out there, and I'm speaking to everyone right now, do you think this is right? Do you think maybe this is some type of fascism we're marching toward, where the president, if that's who it is, who knows, right? If the president of the United States, it was him, is having people removed from television because he doesn't like their message, because they're mocking him and making fun of him. This is frightening behavior, but this is where we're at right now, that a baby is in charge of the country and is offended that people are making jokes about him.
If you weren't aware, Jimmy Kimmel just lost his talk show, and it wasn't because of bad ratings. It wasn't because he said something absolutely outrageous. No, it's because he literally stated a fact. A fact! That's all it took! Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. Now, what did Jimmy Kimmel say that was so horrific that ABC suspended his show indefinitely? He said that Charlie Kirk's shooter wasn't Antifa, wasn't a part of the radical left. He said it was a cis white boy with Republican parents. He also nailed Trump for acting like Kirk's death was just a speed bump in the White House tour. Because when Trump was asked how he was holding up after Charlie Kirk's death, he said, very good. And then segued into how fancy his new ballroom is gonna be.
How are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir? I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House.
Mind you, you can Google this. Everything Jimmy Kimmel said is Googleable information. And the FCC chairman, the guy in charge of regulating TV, radio, satellite, wire, he clutched his goddamn pearls and was like, this is the sickest conduct possible. Sir, the sickest conduct possible is the US funding a genocide in Palestine, not Jimmy Kimmel reading off a teleprompter. Then ABC affiliates started dropping him, acting as though Jimmy quite literally committed a war crime when all he did was speak the fucking truth. And apparently MAGA's more scared of the truth than someone who has pronouns in their bio. Like, girl, please be so fucking serious. And here's the kicker. These are the same people who cry about cancel culture constantly. But the second Jimmy states one inconvenient truth, suddenly his show gets pulled. Mind you, when the far right gets canceled, it's never for telling the truth. It's because they can't open their mouths without some racist, transphobic, homophobic, bigoted bullshit coming out. This isn't comedy. This isn't satire. Jimmy Kimmel was suspended for telling the truth. Our government doesn't hate jokes. They hate reality. And they really hate that the internet makes it harder for them to hide all the sneaky shit they've always done. Before the internet, these clowns in office could bury scandals and gaslight the entire country. But now, the second they mess up, it's clipped, subtitled, and posted on your Explorer page before the press conference is even over. That's why Jimmy Kimmel wasn't just suspended. He was made into an example. They're sending a message of, if you repeat facts we don't like, then we'll pull the plug. They don't want the truth. They want to control the narrative. But good luck doing that in the digital age, bitch, because we're not fucking stupid.